What's up, everyone? Washington here, back with another figure to review. Today, we're going to be reviewing another McFarlane figure from the DC line. Today, we're going to be doing Batman from Flashpoint. As you see, the figure from the DC Multiverse, Batman, Flashpoint. There's the window box, the side of the box, DC Multiverse, and there's the Batman, Flashpoint, figure from McFarlane. The bottom of the box, the DC logo, Batman symbol, Warner Bros. Barcode, and just a license. And the top of the box, nothing there. And there's again McFarlane, the 22 points of articulations. The other side is DC Multiverse, Batman again. On the bottom side is McFarlane. And finally, at the end of the back of the box, there's a picture of the trading card that we're gonna be seeing right now for the Batman Flashpoint. For those of you who don't know who Batman from Flashpoint, he's not the Batman that everybody knows, the Cape Crusader. He is actually Thomas Wayne, Batman's dad. And for those of you who have not read the Flashpoint or the comics or watched the movie Flashpoint that came out, I think, back in 2017, it's a really great movie, really intriguing, and I really recommend you for all of you DC fans out there who are barely collecting or just a fan of Batman. I really recommend you. Here are the rest of the other cards that are from different figures that you guys want to pick up. And yeah, let's get this guy open and see how he looks like. Okay, here we have the figure. And for those of you who don't know who Batman the Flashpoint, Flashpoint Batman, he made his first appearance back in Flashpoint issue number 1 in the comics back in July 2011. And also he appeared in the movie from the Flashpoint Paradox, Justice League Flashpoint Paradox. Here's the movie. It's a really great movie. It's one of the Justice League movies I really enjoyed watching. And for those of you who have not seen it, I really recommend you it. Its story is mostly about Flash going back to the past and trying to save his mother's life, and he ended up altering the universe, the past. It changed like the complete time. Well, basically, that's what the movie's about. It's about Flash, Barry Allen, the Flash, traveling and bending the laws of physics and time traveling, and well, it ended up changing the world that we know today, as this Batman is not Bruce Wayne Batman. The Bruce Wayne Batman is dead, and the ones who survived were his parents. And this is Thomas Wayne, and Martha Wayne turned out to be the Joker version in that universe. And it's a really interesting story, because this Batman that you see here, it's a more ruthless, more deadlier, and even more vicious Batman than we know as the Cape Crusader. And it's really interesting. And he also had made his appearance. Well, this movie was released. The Justice League Flashpoint Paradox was released back in July 2013. And they recently he also appeared in Batman issue 22 in the comics back in 2017. And for those of you who have not read it or even watched the movie, I should really recommend you this figure. It's really interesting. Anyways, enough said about the story. Here's the figure from McFarlane. This is Bruce Wayne's dad, Thomas Wayne. Thomas Wayne ends up becoming the Batman in um, the Flashpoint universe, and it's really, really nice. I really like how this Batman, the look on this Batman, his face, screens your face. He looks more aggressive, more just like what the story is telling. It's a this is a Batman who kills. You see his holsters. We're gonna go to this accessories right now. The package that he came with a trading card. As you see him in the, it's a really nice, really really nice picture right there of him in the rain and the buildings, the thunder in the background. It's a really interesting, really really cool. And in the back, if you guys wish to read it, feel free to pause that and read it if you like. The source came out in Batman number 22 back in 2017. Just what I said about the story about Flash traveling in time. And yeah, for those of you who collect these cards, I recommend you put them in the those trading cards for like to keep them sealed, because in time these cards, they're gonna be wrinkled. They're not gonna be as you see them now. Like for those of you I really recommend you to take care of these cards. They're really nice. And yeah, and another thing that he came with is just like the Hellbat figure that we reviewed a couple of weeks ago. It came with the same base with a single peg and a DC logo on the bottom. Nothing in the bottom, only in the front. And his real accessories that we did end up getting are two pistols. Yeah, and they seem to be, I don't know, probably like Desert Eagles. For those of you who know or what kind of weapons these would be, feel free to comment in the comments below. But to me, they seem to be like Desert Eagles. They're they're really nice. Wow, nicely detailed. I can see the safety right there, and you can yeah, so nicely sculpted, and they also fit very well, perfectly in their holsters that he has. You can place them in there. You don't have to you don't have to fight too much to get them in there. Right there, and just gotta. The joints are a little stiff, but yeah, they fit perfectly right in the holster. Just place them right in there. Another thing that you can also place them, take them out, and place them on his hands. There you go. And yeah, this Batman, seeing him with guns, you can obviously know that he's not the Batman that we know, the Cape Crusader, the Dark Knight. Um, for those of you who don't know or not don't know about Batman's Flashpoint, are gonna be confused, or probably gonna think that it's the Dark Knight, the Zack Snyder's cut, something like that. But yeah, this Batman is the Bruce Wayne's Batman, the Thomas Wayne Batman. It's the and just like the story says, he's a lot more different, more vicious, more ruthless, more deadlier is what the story says, and it's true, you know. And the Batman that we all know, we would never see him using guns, not like Thomas Wayne. And yeah, that was the only accessory that they gave us. I mean, I would have liked another pair of hands. I mean, they only gave us the trigger hands, the ones that came with the, so that way he can hold his two weapons. Um, he doesn't have any of the batarangs that we usually see on Batman. Another thing that I really did wish to have, I mean, I would so trade it for the base stand because really, he has no problem standing on his own. I mean, we definitely, I would definitely switch the base stand for the letter. The letter, even if it would be too small, but it's more meaningful. The letter that Thomas Wayne writes to Bruce Wayne and gives it to Barry Allen so that he can deliver it to Bruce Wayne. And it's a letter that he sends to his son, and it's that's where the movie ends from the Flashpoint paradox, and it's a really intriguing moment. I really, it's a really touching moment, seeing that part where Bruce Wayne opens his a letter that was from his father, and it was really intriguing, really touching. I would so trade the card in for, I would so trade the base to have that card, and to that letter. I mean, and yeah, the the design, the details. It's a nice glassy plastic. The symbol, the symbol seems to be more stretched out. I mean, it's not like, probably try to seem like the Batman Beyond's one, but no, this one's like more stretched out. Maybe in the comics he looks a little different, or like in the movie you see how the symbol looks more round, more the wings are like curving up, and this one, the symbol, it like covers his whole chest from his left pec to his right pec. It's like covered up his whole chest. Um, and this one has bigger ears, and this one has, the ears are like smaller, and I really like what they add too with the two points on his shoulders, right where his cape starts. They're they're soft plastic, so they're not one of those hard, sharp plastics. So like these guys right here on his gauntlets here. Yeah, these are harder plastic. Um, they they have some sort of like battle damage on it. Right here, you can see like I think it's a bullet hole. He has a few scratches on the other one. Seems that he's recently been on a fight. The shin guards that he has, I see a bullet hole right there too. I see some scratches, some battle damage right here. Yeah, wonder what this Thomas Wayne would be getting himself into. The utility belt. It's attached to the holsters, and the holsters, they're not attached to the thighs. As you can see that this right here, it seems that it's strapped onto his thigh, but it's not. That's a good thing. That way, it doesn't limit the articulation on the legs. And yeah, the cape, I like the design, how it's nice, with the points in the bottom too. It's nice rubbery plastic. And yeah, for articulations, he has, his head is on the ball joint. He can look very limited. He can look down, he can look left, right, maybe tilt a little bit. And for the shoulders, he has ball joints on the shoulders. You can extend them into a little 90 degree angles. And for lifting his arm up is a little limited because of his cape. You might have to go around instead of going straight up. Yeah, you might have to like move it a little bit to the side right there. Yeah, because the cape, the design of his cape, it's kind of in the way. So yeah, it's not a big deal. And he also has a swivel on the biceps. He also has the articulation, uh, double joints on the elbows, and he has a swivel and hinge on the wrist. He also has a ball joint on the torso, and the waist. The waist looks like it does have a swivel, but I mean, lifting a little up the utility belt, you see right there that he kind of does, but it's kind of really hard to get him to move, because just like look where his crutch starts and look where his abs are. Yeah, it looks like you want to like fix it a little to his right, because look, you see what I'm talking about? Yeah, you see how his abs are? Yeah, I'm trying to like want to fix that, but it's really hard. I'm gonna probably have to heat that up with water or something. And the joints on the crutches, you can extend, you can kick about this much. A little limited on the on because of the holsters, and he's got a little bit of a swivel right there. Okay. He doesn't have any swivel cuts on the thighs. I kind of, I would have liked to have a little swivel there, but yeah. And also for the knees, he has double articulation on the knees, and he also has the ankle pivot. They can rotate, move up and down, and he has a hinge on the toe. And he also has pecals on both feet, in case if you want to wish to place him on the base stand. But like I said, he has no problem standing on his own. And yeah. So yeah, this was the Batman's Flashpoint's Batman, and it's a really great character. Well, it has some few things that McFarlane had to like little improvised for the articulation. Like for example, for this figure, I don't know if it's mine or all of the figures come with, but this guy, the joints that they have on the um on his where the leg stars, this right here. It's not broken, but you see these connects to where the joints are right there, and they snap off really easy, really easy. They snap off, and I don't know if it's only this part, because I have no problem doing it on this one. This one's no problem, but this guy seems to snap off easily, and it's a little disturbing. I hope that McFarlane get to fix these, because it's a really great character, and like this articulation that they did right there on the joint for this Batman. Yeah, it doesn't. I just hope they really fix that. And I don't know, it's probably mine, but yeah, this guy, his leg snaps off really easily, the right leg. Um, I don't know if you guys ever collect this Batman and have that same issue. If you do, I just hope McFarlane fixes that. Okay, let's end up our video with some comparison size. Here you have him with his son. Uh, Batman from the animated series, 6.5 inch from DC Collectibles, and here you have him with the Dark Knight, 5.5 inch. Here you have him on the left side. He's on the right side. You have him with a 6-inch Batman figure from Mattel, and on the left side you see him with the Batman Hellbat suit, a figure that we reviewed a couple of weeks ago. Feel free to look for it in my channel. You can see his review also. Here you have him with two DBZ figures from Dragon Stars, 7-inch. Here you have him with two 9-inch Xenomorph figures from NECA. And of course, like always, two 8-inch Predator figures from NECA. So yeah, this was the Batman Flashpoint, the Flashpoint Batman. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. Give it a like if you enjoy it. I'll be doing more figures from DC line, from Marvel, from NECA. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And for those of you guys who have not read the comic from the Flashpoint Batman, or haven't even watched the movie, I really recommend you guys. It's a really interesting story, really intriguing. Maybe I had a little problem with the articulation on his leg. It's probably just only the figure that I picked up. I don't know if you guys are gonna have that same problem, so I can't say that that all the figures are gonna come out like that. It's probably mine, but for those of you guys, when you pick them up, I hope you guys enjoy it. It's a really nice figure, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll be seeing you next time.